Hi, we're Heathers. We're at South by Southwest and you're watching the AU review.
Well, welcome girls. How has this whole whirlwind experience been treating you?
It's been amazing. Like, this is our first time in Austin and our first time at South by Southwest, so it's crazy. There's just so many people everywhere, so many bands, and it's that amazing atmosphere. Food is delicious.
Yeah.
The people are lovely. The music's brilliant. I don't know. I don't want to leave.
Yeah. Have you been able to try the famous Austin barbecue that everyone's raving about?
Not yet.
But
there's still time.
I know.
So
We've got
yeah.
a few days left.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Now you guys have just played the Irish showcase up at BD Riley's. How was playing in a small pub venue that faces out onto the main street?
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but
yeah.
it was actually really, really fun, and there's a good atmosphere and
crowd.
A bit hectic, but we really enjoyed it.
A bit hectic. I think maybe the smallest stage we've ever played on. So we were basically hugging on stage the whole time, but it was good fun. Awesome. And you know, I know that you girls have had a few shows on this trip. I mean, in terms of developing a live show in this kind of showcase capacity, how has that been for you guys as performers?
Yeah, it's great and it's different, and it's kind of been, I don't know, it's kind of a learning experience really, because it's completely different to playing a regular gig when it's a showcase, but I think we're kind of getting used to it now because we've done so many different showcases. So I think we came here knowing, we came here with kind of realistic views of, what to expect slightly. A lot of our friends have been here before, so. But yeah, it's been great, and it's different to play in normal shows. Obviously, there's a lot of media people. I can't even speak today. It's terrible. But
Friday.
It is Friday.
Well, I mean, performing for a crowd that could predominantly be like industry folk as well as punters.
Yeah.
I suppose that would not necessarily factor into the way a show pans out, but obviously it's always going to be playing on your mind.
Like it's kind of intimidating. You're kind of like, oh God, who is in this room right now? Yeah. But at the same time, I think we just try to forget about that and just play as we usually would. Just enjoy ourselves. Yeah.
Well, I was just having a quick look at this fabulous album. I'm loving the artwork.
Thank you.
I mean, can you tell us a bit about the recording experience of this one? I mean, what did you learn about making music and I suppose putting a full album together that maybe you'd want to take into future recordings?
Yeah, well, this was like our first album was purely acoustic, and we recorded it basically in a friend's bedroom.
Yeah.
And so this was a completely different experience. We worked with a producer, a guy called Max Dingle from he's based in London. He's worked with like White Lies and a couple other bands, but we went into a studio in London. We basically moved over there for a couple of months and worked with him. But I guess it was a very much collaborative process with him. We worked together, but we learned a lot. Definitely learned a lot. We'd never been in a big recording studio before.
I don't think we'd never lived out of home before. That was our first time kind of living out of home, so it was an experience. It was great, but I think that definitely for writing our next album, it's kind of taught us a lot, and even with our writing process and everything, we've taken a lot from the last album, as we did with our first album as well, but I think we've taken a lot from that whole experience, and it's good to be able to take that and then see what happens with the next album.
A run of shows at South by, for example, I mean, how have you been able to gauge how well the new stuff has been going down with audiences?
Yeah. Really good. It's funny because the Kingdom we released in Ireland maybe a year ago, so it's really it feels kind of old to us, but I think it's been going down pretty well. We've been getting good reactions from people coming up and saying to us that they like it, and people bopping around, so hopefully they like it.
Sure. And after Austin, I hear that you guys are going to Florida and then over to New York, hitting the press trail pretty hard. What's coming up after the American trip is finished? What can you tell us?
Yeah, after the American trip is finished, we are home to Ireland for a couple of weeks. We're actually writing our third album at the moment, so busy doing that. We're going over to Germany to play a couple of shows, and then back here again is the plan to. We're doing some more press kind of stuff, and then touring
touring.
Awesome stuff.
So
Well,
yeah.
I wish you all the best for it. Like I said, I've been really digging your stuff over Australia way. Hopefully it's not too long before we see you guys.
Yeah, we
under.
definitely
I
have
hope
to.
so. That's like one of our like very high on our list,
Yeah.
if not the highest on our list
Yeah,
of places
we
to
wanna
go.
do.
So
Awesome
yeah,
stuff.
we want to get over there.
Well, best of luck for everything and
Thank
see you
you.
soon, hopefully.
Thanks.